YouTube, what is going on? Tommy here, and today I'm bringing you a brand new video. I'm accompanied here by Steve Freed. Steve, how you doing?
Hey.
So, as you can tell by the title of the video, we're going to be talking about lactate threshold and lactate threshold testing. Steve's been doing this for how long now?
I started in 2008. I get tested every 12 weeks to measure progress or sometimes lack thereof.
Okay, and just for the viewers and me also, like, what is a lactate and what is a lactate threshold test? Like, what is this designed for?
Sure. First of all, you know I'm not a doctor, so a lot of this is black box for me. I can only tell you my experience based on doing the testing and using the results from testing in a training program. But my understanding as a layperson and as an athlete is that when you exercise, or even if you're just sitting around, your body is constantly producing lactate and lactic acid. It's a metabolic waste. Most of the times you don't even notice it because your body is not only producing it at fairly low levels, but your tissues are clearing the waste and you don't really notice the amount and the concentration in your bloodstream.
So I'm getting rid of it at the same time.
You're getting rid of it at the same time as you breathe and as your natural process, continues.
Okay.
As you exercise and as you increase the intensity of exercise, a number of different things happen in your body. You start breathing hard, you start sweating, you start feeling tired, you feel a burning sensation in some of your muscles, and at high enough levels of intensity, you start to build up concentration of lactate in your bloodstream.
Okay.
And that will ultimately result in deterioration of athletic performance.
All right, so what you're saying is basically you're going to get to a level eventually where you can only sustain that for so long before your body's going to say, hey, we've had enough.
Yeah. As you increase exercise intensity, you are producing more and more lactate, and if your body cannot effectively process and get rid of that lactate from your bloodstream, you're going to be in for a tough time and you'll ultimately shut down.
Okay.
So the purpose of this testing is to determine at what levels of exercise intensity does your body start to accumulate lactate and demonstrate an increase in lactate concentration.
Okay.
And over time, the purpose of the training using the zones and the inflection points that we see today will be to allow your body to train itself to become more efficient in how it consumes energy and produces lactate. So hopefully over time you'll produce less lactate at higher levels of exercise. At the same time, your body will become more efficient at taking the lactate out of your bloodstream. So you get the benefit on both sides.
All right, so you guys are probably wondering why I'm in a bike jersey, where I'm going to do this test, but I kind of know what I'm in for. But tell the viewers, what the process is, what we're going to do here. We're hooked up to a CompuTrainer so we can get power. You want my heart rate, a few other numbers that I want for my personal self. But what does the test entail? Sure,
this is going to be a fun couple of minutes for Tommy here. You can test your lactate and your lactic acid concentrations in the pool or on a running track or on a treadmill. My best experience is using it on a CompuTrainer because it allows us to manage the workload with a high degree of precision. So we're going to start at a very low level of wattage, and every 4 minutes we're going to increase the resistance through the CompuTrainer so that over time the workload that the athlete experiences goes up and up and up. We never back down, we never take a couple seconds to rest, we just continue to increase the intensity of the exercise. Every 4 minutes, as we increase the workload, we're going to measure his heart rate through the heart rate monitor and mark that down on our computer. Now we're going to take a blood sample and we are going to run it through a lactate concentration measuring device, which is available online and pretty easy to get.
That's this guy here.
That's this guy there.
Awesome.
It will show the concentration of lactate in your blood expressed in mmol per liter, which again, I'm not a doctor, so I can't tell you exactly what that is, but I can tell you that as exercise intensity increases, the number goes up.
Okay.
We will go until failure.
Fantastic. We'll definitely have that on video.
Yeah, yeah. And most people don't sort of get what that is the first time they test. And you just keep increasing the resistance until at some point in time your heart rate is through the roof, your lactate concentration levels are through the roof, and you just can't keep pedaling.
Sounds like a good time.
It's fantastic.
All right.
You're gonna love it.
Awesome. So really quick, just for the viewers, because some people might be interested in doing this in an initiative, we're going to be offering that here, right?
Sure will.
So you're going to be able to come to Tri Bike Run here in Juno Beach, get lactate threshold tests. But for somebody who maybe is new, out of shape, or maybe they have some health problems, what do you think this type of rigorous test is good for someone like that?
It's a fairly high intensity test. So before you start any exercise regimen whatsoever, you need to talk to your doctor.
Talk to your doctor.
There are people that do this type of testing all over the United States and elsewhere, and they're much more experienced and they're much more sophisticated in some places than others. But it's a fairly straightforward test. It's a proven methodology that works. I can personally attest, and I know lots of people who have gotten a lot fitter by doing this test and learning what the correct training zones are for them. Some people will think that a concentration level of 4 mmol is lactate threshold, and that's just bad information. The number is not as important as the curve, and the curve will be different for every person.
Okay.
And the duration of the stages where you keep your lactate concentration flat is the key that we want to keep track of. So, it's a test that is offered in lots of different places. It's a fairly standard methodology from what I can tell, and it works. All right, while Tommy's pedaling easy, we'll get the blood flowing. Your finger. Make sure you don't touch the probe.
98.
98. Three flat stages, or three.
Well, 6 times 30 is about 180. So we've got 280 watts.
Yeah.
Gonna start getting hard there.
So 310, 340, those 8 stages.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be somewhere in there. Now it is 130. We're using a different finger now for this test.
So lactate still pretty low. 2.0 went from 1.3 to 1.3 to 1.8 to 2.0. So that means
1.8 was kind of my tick up in the first bit.
It's a little bit of a tick up, but it's now flat again. So what we'll do is we'll draw the line to incorporate that curve. But to me, that means you spend a fair amount of time training right around 200 watts.
Every round.
Yeah. Heart rate?
140.
Heart rate?
152.
5.6, that's a pretty big increase. You'll finish this stage because you're the fucking man, and you're going to get most of the way through the next stage, and we're going to help you. And then you're going to play for mommy.
Mommy, help me.
Mommy can't help you now.
There's no turning back.
So Tommy makes a good point. His heart rate numbers are generally pretty low. He's what I would characterize as a diesel engine. Everybody's heart rate is different. So his heart rate at a given wattage or a given place on the lactate curve is going to be different than mine or yours. So, he might be pushing 200 watts and 120 beats a minute, and somebody else might be pushing 200 watts and 160 beats a minute, and they'll have the same metabolic cost. So that's why you have to have customized, personalized testing to make sure you understand your zones for your training and your racing, because everybody's different. All right.
163.
You got it. You got it. You're halfway there. George never got to 340. There's a guy in your age group, he's just up the road. He's a minute up the road, you got him. He's in your sights. There's no run, it's just a TT, you got him. Yeah, I'll take you. All right.
177. That's how 180 though.
Nice job. Nice job. That'll, hold on. Let me put, you gotta spin easy. 14.9. I've never seen that number before. Spin easy.
I'm trying. Alright. If you like this video, don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Strava.
Flowers can be sent to the Jupiter Regional Medical Center.
Thank you all so much for watching. Peace.
Good job, Tommy.
Thank you, Steve. Appreciate it.
Keep going. Pedal easy. Easy. Clear it out.